Welcome to Mindful Discoveries. Today, we're diving into the life and legacy of one of the most celebrated scientists in history, Albert Einstein. Known for his theory of relativity, Einstein's work changed our understanding of the universe forever. But beyond his scientific achievements, Einstein's life was filled with personal struggles, political involvement, and a passion for peace. Let's explore the extraordinary journey of this scientific genius. Early life and education. Albert Einstein was born on March 14, 1879, in Ulm, in the Kingdom of Württemberg in the German Empire. He grew up in a secular, Jewish family, and his early education didn't show signs of the brilliance he would later display. In fact, many people mistakenly believe that Einstein struggled in school, but the reality is a bit more nuanced. While he did have a rebellious attitude towards the rigid teaching methods of his time, he excelled in mathematics and physics from a young age. At the age of 15, Einstein moved to Switzerland to complete his education. He later enrolled at the Swiss Federal Polytechnic in Zurich, where he studied to become a teacher in physics and mathematics. In 1900, Einstein graduated but struggled to find a job as a teacher. Eventually, in 1902, he took a job at the Swiss Patent Office in Bern, which turned out to be a blessing in disguise. The miracle year Annus Mirabilis. While working as a patent examiner, Einstein continued his scientific studies in his spare time. 1905, often referred to as Einstein's Annus Mirabilis, or Miracle Year, was the year when he published 4 groundbreaking papers that would change physics forever. The first paper explained the photoelectric effect, showing that light could behave as both a particle and a wave, which laid the foundation for quantum mechanics. For this work, Einstein was later awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1921. The second paper provided experimental evidence for the existence of atoms by explaining Brownian motion, the random movement of particles in a fluid. But it was the third and fourth papers that introduced the world to Einstein's theory of special relativity. This theory fundamentally changed our understanding of space and time by showing that they are not absolute but relative to the observer. It was in this paper that Einstein introduced the most famous equation in science, E equals mc squared, which showed that mass and energy are interchangeable. General relativity and the scientific breakthrough. While Einstein's special relativity explained how space and time are connected for objects moving at a constant speed, he realized that this theory did not account for gravity. After years of working on the problem, in 1915, Einstein presented his theory of general relativity. General relativity proposed that gravity is not a force in the traditional sense, as Isaac Newton had described, but rather the result of the curvature of spacetime itself. Massive objects like stars and planets bend the fabric of spacetime, and this curvature affects the motion of objects, including light. In 1919, Einstein's theory was confirmed during a solar eclipse when astronomers observed the bending of starlight around the sun, exactly as Einstein had predicted. This discovery catapulted him to international fame, and he became a household name worldwide. The idea that space could be bent and that time could be affected by gravity was revolutionary. Einstein's role in the development of quantum mechanics and his later work. Although Einstein was one of the pioneers of quantum mechanics, he had a complicated relationship with the field. While his work on the photoelectric effect was key to the development of quantum theory, he later became uncomfortable with the idea of indeterminacy that the theory introduced. Quantum mechanics suggested that at a fundamental level, particles don't have definite positions or velocities until they are observed. Einstein famously disagreed with this probabilistic nature of the universe, coining the phrase, "God does not play dice with the universe." He spent much of his later career attempting to develop a unified field theory that would reconcile quantum mechanics with his theory of relativity, but he was never able to achieve this goal. Despite this, Einstein continued to make significant contributions to physics, including his work on the Bose-Einstein condensate, a state of matter where particles behave as a single quantum entity at extremely low temperatures. Einstein's personal life and political views. Einstein's life wasn't just about science. He was also deeply involved in political and social issues. In the 1930s, as Adolf Hitler rose to power in Germany, Einstein, who was Jewish, emigrated to the United States and took a position at the Institute for Advanced Study in Princeton, New Jersey. He became a vocal critic of the Nazi regime and an advocate for the rights of Jews around the world. In 1939, Einstein, along with fellow physicist Leo Szilard, wrote a letter to U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, warning him that Nazi Germany might be working on developing an atomic bomb. This letter led to the establishment of the Manhattan Project, which ultimately developed the atomic bombs used in World War II. However, Einstein himself was a pacifist and regretted his indirect involvement in the development of such destructive weapons. After the war, Einstein became a leading figure in the global peace movement, advocating for nuclear disarmament and civil rights. He remained an outspoken advocate for social justice, particularly in the United States, where he spoke out against racism and segregation. Later years and legacy. Albert Einstein continued his scientific work until his death on April 18, 1955. He never stopped thinking about the big questions, and even on his deathbed, he was working on equations in his attempt to unify the forces of nature. Einstein's legacy is vast. His contributions to physics have shaped much of modern science, from the theory of relativity to quantum mechanics. He transformed our understanding of the universe and left behind a body of work that continues to influence scientists to this day. Beyond his scientific achievements, Einstein is remembered as a symbol of intellectual curiosity, moral courage, and humanitarianism. He once said, "The important thing is not to stop questioning. Curiosity has its own reason for existing." His spirit of inquiry and his refusal to accept limitations on his thinking continue to inspire people around the world. Thank you for watching this exploration of the life and work of Albert Einstein. From revolutionizing physics to advocating for peace, Einstein's influence reaches far beyond the scientific community. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Mindful Discoveries. Let us know in the comments what other figures from science or history you'd like to learn about next. Until then, keep questioning, keep exploring, and never stop learning.